So this is a few weeks old now, but it's something that I just can't stop thinking about. So I wanted to break it down real quick. This comes from Boruto episode 188. Yes, I'm still watching Boruto every week. I'm a glutton for punishment and I never learn. Anyway, this breakdown is going to be the first meeting here between Kawaki, who seems to be like a super important character we're gonna get. It's kind of like an opposite to Boruto, maybe a rival or friend or something. I don't really know yet. And Garo, who seems a lot like a useless filler, like movie villain. Now this is a flashback. They meet in the present. I just wanted to show part of this flashback because I think their meeting in the present day is kind of hilarious.
あの方々の仲間になればすげえ力が手に入るんだぜ。仲間なんていらない。何も持ってねえくせに何もいらねえってかよ。殺しはしねえ。ただし死ぬほど痛えだろうが。
First thing I want to point out is I'm pretty sure they just stole this line from The Shining. I'm pretty sure Jack says the exact same thing when he's following I think it was Wendy up the stairs with the baseball bat. But we'll look past that. We'll just overlook the plagiarism of The Shining and assume that the creators of Boruto weren't ripping off The Shining. So that's a really cool first look at Kawaki's power. These symbols on his body, this like curse mark or whatever it is, and he just kamehamehas out of it. It caught Garo full frontal, just his whole face and head enveloped, just blasted point blank range, and it only affects his chin, and he's bald now. That's the effect of that. So a little underwhelming, but it looked pretty good. So that's the end of the flashback for the most part. But if we jump ahead to present day, Garo has returned and he's ready to fight Kawaki. So I'm just gonna get right into that. An incredibly astute observation from Kawaki, noticing that this dual Captain Hook Bane looking motherfucker is in fact the dual Captain Hook motherfucker from his past whose jaw he blew off. I've noticed the last few episodes with Kawaki too, he like narrates everything he's gonna do. Just a lot of exposition and saying ridiculous, unnecessary things. I don't know if that's a character trait or terrible writing, but it is what it is. This exchange right here is what's had me thinking for the last month, and the reason I need to do this breakdown. Kawaki says that he'll lose more than his chin this time, and Garo responds with, "I haven't forgotten that you took my chin." I don't know who the hell wrote this script and who approved anything here, but it's like the most oblivion NPC conversation I've seen in an anime. We know that you haven't forgotten, Gar. He just told you. And how could you forget that if you're walking around looking like this now? I mean, it feels like such a silly line. It was very hard for me to overlook how nonsensical and just silly this conversation started off. Then he likes to follow up his nonsense line with his favorite movie quote of all time. But all things considered, as silly as this scene was and as bad as I think Boruto's been, the fight between Kawaki and Garo was actually pretty dope. So I like where this led, but the setup was a little not so good. And yeah, that's it. I mean, sure you can find this fight somewhere on YouTube, or you can sit through 188 episodes before something cool happens. Your call.